Hi guys, today I'm going to do a rose flower. This rose flower is actually, it's not complicated at all, it's actually very easy and it's a lovely flower to do. I'll show you what it's going to look like when it's finished. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished, and it is particularly beautiful, I think. And you can do them in any colours and whatever suits you. You can make them for literally anything that you want. Side of hats, you can even make them for an arrangement. If you have an oasis, you can put them around the oasis and they are a gorgeous touch to any occasion. So what I do with this one is I do a chain of 49. So you just do your slip knot to start off with, and then you just fire away with 49. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to count back 4 chains, and in the 5th one, you can see them here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the 5th one, just check again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, in the 5th one, you're going to do a treble. Okay, so you're going to have a little hoop like this, but don't worry about that. The hoop is actually classed, this is going to class as your first chain, so your first treble. So you have 1, 2, 3, which is your treble, and then you have your 1 chain going across. You'll see now in a minute why I do it like this. So then you do a 1 chain on top, and because you do the 1 chain on top, you actually skip a 1 chain on the bottom. So that's the one we've worked into. So we're going to skip this one, and we're going to do 1 treble, 1 treble, 1 chain, and 1 treble into the same chain space on the bottom. So you can see I've done a treble, a chain, and a treble in the same space. So you do 1 chain on the top, and you skip the one on the bottom and go into the next one. Gosh, I missed that one there. So you do your treble, your 1 chain, and your treble. And this actually gives you the V effect. See the way you have your V here? So it's a treble, a 1 chain, and a treble. So we do our 1 chain on top, and we skip our 1 chain on the bottom, and we go into the next one. So you do your 1 treble, 1 chain, and 1 treble again. You do a 1 chain, skip the one on the bottom, which is the next one. You'll see this is the one that you're working on, so this is the next one. So you go into the one after, and you do your 1 treble, 1 chain, and 1 treble. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do this all the way across your chain that's on the bottom, this chain, the chain that you're just finished. So for every V, you have a 1 chain in the middle on the top, and then you do 1 chain after, but on the bottom you skip the one above the one you've just done. That's why it makes it look like it has a curl, it's gone around a corner. So you skip this one and you go into the next one. Oops. To the top of it. Okay, so that's my 1 treble, my 1 chain, and my 1 treble. So what I'll do is, at the very end, I'll continue on, I'll pause this, and at the very end I'll meet you back at the very last one. So remember, you have your V, you do your 1 chain, skip 1 at the bottom, and you do 1 treble, 1 chain, and 1 treble into the same chain space at the bottom. There, you can see it there. So So I'll pause now and I'll come back to you now. Now I'm at the down at the very last one, so you skip one and you do your last set of 1 treble, 1 chain and 1 treble into the last one. Now what you're going to do now is just do 1 chain. You're literally going to turn it, and into the same space here you're going to do 5 trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now into the 1 chain space between, you can see them here, they look like V's. So the one in between it, you're going to do a slip stitch. So put your hook into your 1 chain space, wool over, bring it through and bring it through again. So that's the first. So now you're going to go into, you can see the way it is, it's all twirly and stuff. Don't worry about that. That's just the way it's supposed to be. It gives the flower the shape. So next you're going into your 2 chains, your V for next. Every V you're going to do your 5 trebles, and on the opposite side of each V you do a slip stitch. So you just do that. So let me see, is that 4? Yeah, 1 more. 5. So in the space beside the V you always do a slip stitch. So back into your V, 5 trebles. Oops. Gosh, this doesn't want to go with my floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now slip stitch into your space beside your V, and in your next V you do your next, wow, sorry about that, you do your next 5 trebles, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch into your next one's chain space, into your V, which is your treble, your 1 chain and your 2nd treble. You do your 5 trebles now into this one. Okay, so slip stitch into the next one, and then you continue doing your 5 trebles, slip stitch, 5 trebles, slip stitch all the way to the very end. So I'll do 1 more and then I'll meet you at the last one, the last space. This is 1 more set of 5s. 3, 4, 5. Next 1 chain space, just do your treble. So just remember, into every V you do your 5 trebles, and into every space between the V you do your slip stitch. So that's what it's actually going to start to look like. Now it'll just keep continuing like that every time until you've finished the whole lot. So I shall see you at the last one. Now I'm back down to sort of the second last. So I've done my 5 trebles in there. I'm going to do my slip stitch into here, and into my last one I do 5 trebles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what I do is I just slip stitch into this one, and I do my 2 chain like I always do at the very end, because this gives us a much tighter finish. So when I cut my yarn, I'm going to leave it quite a big piece because I'm going to actually sew this in. There you see now. What I do is I do the 2 chain, and then I hold it and I pull the needle with the chain going through it, get my nail and pull it down. Now that will actually hold it in place, so it's not going to unravel for you. Now what you can do with this is you can actually turn it this way. I'll show you now. And you can decide if you would like to have your flower like this, or you can turn it the opposite way. Now, it's totally up to yourself which flower you like. Some people like it closed in, looks like the petals are closed in, and some people like a wider flower. So that's the flower. So you can decide which way you would prefer. I am just at the moment, and if you like, what you can do as well is, if you have any nice beads, like a nice little pearl button, or something that would complement your flower, you can by all means use that, or whatever colour you'd like. Sometimes a little pearl bead is nice on the inside, a little pearl button. So basically just get your old reliable darning needle. I always fold my yarn over like so, because it's let me see, what am I doing here? Yeah, pull it through there. Now leave yourself a good bit of space, so just turn it back over and make sure that this is the way you actually want your flower. And then what I do is I just go through the flower all the way through over to the other side, just to hold it in place. Take that tail out of the way, and then I come back through over this side, back over here, do the same thing, all the way back over here, and then go into the next one, and go over here, and into the next one, go over there. And it's basically all you're doing is you just want to keep it in place, because you don't want it to fall apart, but at the same time you don't want it, if you want to keep your flower wide, don't pull it too tight. You just need to make sure that it's catching all the way through your base at the bottom. Okay, and then just come around here. You want to grab this little guy here, so just put your needle through here and just catch it. As I say, don't pull it too tight, because you want to leave a nice flat, and then just sew in a little bit here. And let me just put it through again once more. Right in there. Oops. And then just bring it through your work to the other side. And then you can cut this yarn off here. Now just turn it over at that stage to have a look, and you can mess around with it until it sits the way you want it to sit, and then you literally just do the same with the other tail that's left behind. You just fold that in over, And then just, you can just sew this end in. Now, as I say, it's actually really nice if you want to do a scarf, or if you want to do a brooch. You can sew this onto a brooch, onto the side of a hat. You choose, but it is beautiful, and it's actually lovely on the end of a cardigan as well. You can do a smaller, you don't have to do a chain as long, and you can do a smaller hook if you want for a child's cardigan. And they're actually nice in different colours on the end of the cardigan. So that's what the little rose flower looks like. So I hope you like this video, and if you like it, I'd love if you subscribed and even shared it with a few of your friends. That'd be great. Thanks so much. Until the next time. Bye.